Welcome back. Moving on. I've put the little pit of arm in and the steering box. So I'm going to start look at putting the lower control arms and all that sort of stuff. I need to get new camber adjustment bolts, but we've got everything here. I've got Jason's beautiful tap and die set. So we'll clean up all the threads like I have been going on so far, and we'll get the steering in, suspension on. Won't put the springs in yet because I've got to paint them, and I've got to finish flipping in a bit of black there, so stay tuned. Little Garriette is here. She's like, Dad, Fartina, tell me what is going on. So now we're putting the caster bar and bushes in. So we've found our new zinc-plated nuts. I've just given this a quick little wire wheel so it can thread on. We'll clean this up, put a bit of rubber grease on there and slide it in here, and she'll be apples. And then we can put the brakes on. What should we filmed?
That.
What did Dad do?
You flipped it the wrong way.
I put it on this way because it's been a minute since I painted and did all that. And then I went to put my disc on. It didn't fit because it's meant to be this way. So anyway, we've got some fresh Penrite wheel bearing grease. We're going to throw that on here and stick that on there. I found the nuts and all that sort of stuff. So she's looking good. What do you reckon?
Cool.
Yep, good chat. Yeah, you can hold that. But this is how you're meant to do it. We'll do a test run. Here's one I prepared earlier. That's heaps better. Okay, I'm going to pull that off, grease the bearings. Happy days. All right. Welcome back to the sick voiceover of Mackie. Alright, we're back full swing in Crash Bandicoot, and I've got little Garriette giving me a hand, so I was giving her a bit of a tip on, as you saw, on how not to put the brakes on. And then we put all the new caster bushes in, trying to give her something to do, so it's like, don't give her a ratchet, here's a spanner, that'll keep you busy while I muck around with the caster bolts. It was awesome to have Indy out, or aka Gary out in the shed with Dad, because it's normally Gary. Poor little bugger, he was sick and he cracked the shits hardcore because he couldn't help on the car, and he's been hanging for the last couple of weeks. So stay tuned, we are absolutely going to smash through this build now. We've got a lot of parts in stock thanks to Jace been getting stuff behind the scenes, and we should be up and driving it soon enough, hopefully. So the kid's playing at home, and literally Gary out helping Dad. We are moving on now. I've put all the brakes. I'm just we were meant to get these hydro blasted, but I think I'm just going to get them degreased. We can get them hydro blasted later on, but at least I can get them out of my way. Moving on to the steering arms and all those components. What we're finding is your standard from like Petters and all that. Great piece of kit, lock nut, all that. No grease nipple. Now, this isn't an endorsement for Rare Spares, but these are from Rare Spares, and they come with a nipple, a lock nut with a pin. So I would recommend these a better longevity sort of part. We are spewing. We were trying to get Rare Spares on board. You'd almost say we have with how many parts I've got up there, but we want to give a big shout out to all the Mickeys, Rare for Ford for Moco. We stuff it up every time. He just needs to get a sticker. And then you got Falcon Early Spares, the other Mickey boy. And Mickey from Rare Spares could have hooked us up, but he didn't. So thanks to Hugo at Rare Spares Bayswater for giving us a discount when we're going there. We've got little Gary out getting our parts. Sweet. So this is not even 24 hours after painting the underneath. Boot in, that on, front end back in, and amazing. We just need a couple of new things. This is just going in temporarily just so I can get it off the hoist. Amazing. We'll get out, we'll give it a wash and blow all the shit out. That'll be good. What do you reckon? Yep, sweet. Good chat. For people playing at home, if you haven't put one of these together, the inner and outer tie rod ends have got a left and right thread, so you've got to spin them in opposite ways, and that gives you your adjustment with your toe. So I'm just showing India all that and then whacking them in so we can steer this thing. I cannot wait to get this off the hoist, get it out, give it a quick bath, and see how she looks on the wheels. Sprayed the springs. Springs are in, wheels are on. First time to whack it on the ground, but me being me, I grabbed my Pro Stars and we'll see. I don't think they're going to fit, but we'll lower it down and get a photo. See how cool it looks. But yeah, busy on this beast. Trying to get the bit where the chrome isn't showing on the black. Everywhere. Just done a quick tyre change, so what did you reckon? I think the 5-sliders look a lot better. Once it's got a tank of fuel slammed on its bum, she is going to look, oh, beg your pardon, she is going to look sensational. Amazing. Welcome back. I'm back in the Mac Shack and we're back on Crash Bandicoot. As you can see, it is all on its wheels. I put the guards back on because it looks amazing now, and it saves my XY being a storage for another XY. So today, I have got some of this. No sponsorship deals or endorsements for them, but Jace picked these up. And we've got 2 packs of them and this underlay or acoustic liner. So that'll be nice and cushy on your little tootsies. So I'll whack that in now. That will be nice to lay on while we're doing all the wiring. So I've just put through the accelerator cable and the bonnet latch. So things are starting to go in there. Sort of roughly laid out the loom. And yeah, get the pedal box in, all that sort of stuff. That way I can do brake booster. We've got no master, so I can't do the lines yet. And yeah, moving on. Shut up, Mackie. Get into it. Another handy little hint before I put all that in is I wanted to do this because when we did Tom's, we had the glass in and it was an absolute pain. So I actually did all the rest of the seatbelt bolt mounts. And as you can see, it is so much easier when you've got no bloody window there. There's a handy hit for the rookies like we were. Okay, for the kids playing at home, the matting, rather easy to apply. This is the foam sticky insulation, like underlay, Aliba. Now, let me give you a red hot tip. Not as easy as this. That sticky is so freaking hard. As soon as you touch something, rip it up. The stickiness actually stays on your fingers, everything. Oh, there you go, there's a bit there. So you really need to be precise with your cuts and all that sort of stuff. If you had tracing paper and you were smart, that would be a good idea. But if you're me, you just wing it. But, come up, mint. It's going to go under the carpet anyway, so who cares? Looks good for you guys watching this, and for me seeing it go down. We might be out of diesel. It's good. I've been sick all week and now we just smoked us out with that crap.
Oh, well.
Look at that.
Worst thing that happened.
Bloody.
I suppose.
Looks amazing. Cheers to people watching at home. Whoa, that stinks. All right, kids, what do you reckon, Tom?
Yeah, it's quite nice, actually.
And what's the downside?
It's a real prick to work with. It's extremely sticky.
So, fair warning, it is an amazing product.
As long as it goes on the first time.
Exactly. Don't fuck it up. And if people are wondering why we're not going over these sections, it's because they're the sections that your seat sit on, and we want to have plenty of thread on our lock nuts. So, treat yourself.
Not just that, it'll be nice and firm.
Plus, we've already done this on his car, so go back and watch those videos. You won't. Little update, we were mucking around with the new heater tap. We'll show you that when I actually hook it up, when I get the hoses. And then the foam padding for the Firewall that we've got has been a bit of a pain in the ass. There's a lot of holes that aren't in it that you need to cut out for the brake booster bolts and all that sort of stuff. If you've got an auto, if you've got a manual, you're fine. But because the auto booster mounts up a lot different, we've had to, or Tommy, cut out a few holes so we could mount the two bolts over there, because they pick up different points to obviously the booster for a manual. So correct me if I'm wrong down below, but I'm learning as I go. And yeah, so Jace has rebuilt the master and given it a nice paint of black. So that's all in, ready to rock and roll. I've done the brake lines to the front. No, they're not clipped yet because I need to run the rears. Once we have the rears come up, I will put the accelerator linkage through there, and we've got to drill 2 new holes, which is not an issue. But once they are in, we can lay the motor down. We'll put the pipes in, motor in, and basically finish this Pilec loom off. We've got a grommet here. We think this might be the old choke grommet, and that is absolutely perfect for our Dizzy. So no dramas there now. And I've given the bay a little bit of a polish too, and it is, oh, goddamn amazing. So stay tuned. It's all happening. Treat yourselves, you won't. Now I've mucked around, put the front ones in. I'm moving over here. I've moved my vise. So if anyone's selling a vise, I need another vise so I can have my cutting grinding area over there. Laurie at Pinnacle Road and Raceworks has lent us his tube straightener. Jace doesn't want to buy a brake line, so we'll see how many meters I can stuff up of this. He has given us all the bending tools, and I've got Brett from Sabrosa Fabrication's amazing brake flaring tool over there, so we'll see if we can do this. This is the old one out of crash, so I've kind of got something to go off, so bear with me. We'll try and straighten this. I'll do the plumber trick first. I'll roll it out on my foot, out onto the ground. You roll it foot on there and roll it out. I could probably set up a camera and do that, but I'm very messy at the minute. I don't like it. All right. Now we'll put that in the straightener and work out how much we need. Okay, put it in there, tighten this up a little bit. This would have been so much easier with 2 people. Fucking great idea, Jace. So with this little boober here, do it this way so you can see it. Beautiful. That's nice and easy. 340. That's our next bend. Roll that over in our little pipe straightener. And I've got to bend it back on itself. So I'll sit that in like that. And just remember, you've got a little bit of movement in this, so if I stuff it, they're still good. Okay, JSP and Jace, he had 5,000 different tools and benders. This one here, oh my God, so simple, pipe through, clamp it. What I've done is, because I'm not good at this stuff or done much of it, I've literally done my first two bends, measured them out, taped it together, and I've done these two bends, carried this around. Now I'm going to leave this long, just so I don't stuff up that. So that's my handy little hint today. You can tell me I'm wrong. We probably did save the 150 bucks or whatever, and now I'm not too worried about doing the one on the diff. So I'll slide that in. I could bend that in the engine bay. I'll put a bit of tape on it so it doesn't scratch it, and do a bit of a test fit. Bloody beautiful. That's how you brake line. First little test fit. Once I get the clips in, clips there, I'll be able to sort of tuck it into position. This bit here, I'll have to look at more, but we're in the ballpark. All right, guys, that'll do for tonight, Sunday night. That's all in, looking bloody pretty sensational, yes. What I've done is use nutserts. I'm gonna have to get a couple of new clips, and I think it looks bloody trick. So I'm no brake man, but I'm pretty happy with that. And I've got to clip it back in there and do the final bend and put the other flare on there and the fitting. But I'll pull all this down and pull it all out, and we'll flare it outside the car, do that last nice bend. I'll take the master cylinder off and pull it out nicely so I don't bend and kink it. But yeah, it'll come out quite easily if the master cylinder's not there, and I'll undo the brake lines and that'll do. So tune in later on for probably the heater box that we were mucking around with Tom yesterday. Yeah, have a bloody good week. You won't. Like, comment, subscribe.